Rank and rent as it stands, as most people teach it, is broken. Rent, then rank is the 2.0 version of this business model that irons out the kinks of all the complaints that people have had with rank and rent. So I listed the benefits. Why would you run ads? And I would argue, even if you're somebody who is a master ranker and a master SEO, you would be crazy not to run ads. I'm gonna tell you why. Number one reason is because you can literally pre-sell your empire. Imagine if you wanted to create $100 million net worth in physical real estate, which is my goal, and there was a way to go and pre-sell it. Everyone else pay for it before you even build. Okay, I would do it in a heartbeat, right? If there was a way, but to my knowledge, there's not. So number one, you can pre-sell your entire empire using somebody else's money. No brainer. Number two, you know those sites that aren't producing enough leads? They're producing some leads, but it's like not enough to justify. You're like, it's that weird spot. Like, is it enough leads to sell, or is it kind of that weird zone where we got to wait? Those sites, with this strategy, you can now go and you can sell those sites. So no more sitting on sites, waiting for sites. You can take those sites and you can turn them into money today. Number three, this is a huge one. You can test out a city and niche combination in a couple of days for $100 or less, instead of spending 4 to 6 months and $1,000+. You can do it like this quick, and you can also do it for less than $100. Why? Because you can put up ads, you can see if there's actually leads that are coming in, that there's actually people looking for this type of work, and you can see if there's hungry business owners. I can't tell you how many times the due diligence itself looked good on paper. Oh, that city, Las Vegas concrete, that looks good. And then you get in and you start ranking your website and going, where are all the leads? The tool told me there's all these leads and I don't see them. I'm ranking number one and my Google My Business is high and I'm not getting enough leads. I've done that so many times. It's so frustrating. And I spent 4 to 6 months and thousands of dollars. You can test out the freaking market without wasting months and without wasting thousands of dollars. Number four, you can protect yourself against a Google update, whether it's GMB or organic. What do I mean by that? In rank and rent, you know what everyone says is, what happens when there's an update and all of the lead generators are affected? Well, those of you that are building your entire business on only organic, and you haven't thought, oh, I wonder if the cost per click makes sense. I wonder if I can get leads in this niche and city with ads. If you haven't thought about that and there's an update and you're affected tomorrow, you're out of business. Guess what happened with my properties? Because every single one of my properties was sold, and I started out by running ads to test out the market and to see how it performed with ads, every single one of them. If Google doesn't update tomorrow and all my organic goes away, guess who's still in business? Now, I might not be making 80% margin, but I will be making at least 35 to 40% profit, even if my Google My Business goes away, because I already know all I got to do is I got to kick the ads back on and the calls start coming back in. So I literally have basically a backup, if you will, in case the organic goes out. I can retain these clients. I have the Google My Business. Cool. That goes out. I got my organic. Cool. That goes out. I got my ads. I have 3 things that have to go away for me to get affected. Now, all 3 of them go out. I think we got bigger problems. Number 5, guys, you can artificially bump up your leads in the slow time. Let's say you're in concrete in Minneapolis, heaven forbid, and it's cold as heck, and all of a sudden your leads drop off the planet. Or not even cold as heck, but the season starts to change, and all of a sudden your leads are dried up and your business owner's calling you going, where are my leads? Now you have a way to go and just turn it on. You spend a couple $100 for a couple of months. Business owner's happy. You're happy. Spring comes back around. You turn them off. Boom. Or contracts coming up, had a couple of slower months with organic. Maybe there was some keywords that got knocked off. You can literally go in, artificially spike up the numbers, re-sign that contract, and then gradually lower it back down as the organic picks back up. Guys, it gives you so many options. And then the last one I'm going to mention is this is going to allow you to charge high retainers, $1,500, $1,750, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month retainers from day one. And here's the issue, because I've heard a lot of people in these other groups, these other programs, they talk about, hey, just get a deal. Just start at $500 a month and then tell them you can renegotiate. What I've learned is that it's much harder to get people in 6 months to increase their bill than it is to just hit them with the high bill at the beginning. Everyone has this concept of the value ladder, like Russell Brunson talks about. And I think I heard Hermosi talk about this. And he's like, dude, we think about this value ladder and we want to sell them this little product when they're the most excited. But when they're the most excited, when you've just given them 3, 4, 5 leads and they're really pumped, Why not sell them the big one? Why not hit them with the fat retainer up front? It's much easier to hit them with the fat retainer when they're excited and you're still in the honeymoon phase than 6 months down the road and you're like, hey, we need to increase the leads. But by doing the ads, it allows you to hit those high retainers from day one, set the expectations from day one, set those standards from day one, and you don't have to worry about it. So those are some reasons why I could keep going, but those are just a couple I thought of off the top of my head.